welcome to another video. Now, I was having fun playing in the Fusion Festival, and I've been realizing Fusion Festival, perfect place to test out jank. And we got a bit of a jank upgrade here because we're back to playing Legendary Fisherman. Now, Legendary Fisherman is obviously amazing and is the best deck, and it's definitely not jank, but it gets even better when you're playing it in the Fusion Festival because people don't really have that much of an extra deck. They're not setting up a lot of negates. They're not going to stop our Legendary Fisherman. Alright, we also got a couple upgrades to the deck. We got the Ice Jades. Ice Jades are great for Legendary Fisherman. They are level 5 monster where you can discard it to special summon a water monster from your hand. So no more awkwardly tribute summoning the Legendary Fisherman 2. We can just special summon him from the hand. Also, great synergy with the Ice Jades since we're already playing Legendary Ocean in this deck with the Warrior of Atlantis. In order to normal summon our Legendary Fisherman, since we're already playing the Umi, we're going to also include 3 copies of Citadel Whale and 2 copies of Sea Stealth Attack. Works really well in the deck. If you use Ice Jade to special summon Citadel Whale, it still will trigger his effect to search for a Sea Stealth Attack, which is pretty sweet. We're also playing 3 copies of Foolish Burial, 3 copies of Ice Barrier. This list is pretty similar to the list I played yesterday, just swapping out one jank piece for the next. But one thing to keep in mind here, with Foolish Burial goods, we can send the 1 copy of Legendary Ocean to the graveyard, and our Sea Stealth Attack, when it activates, lets us activate Umi from the graveyard. So neat little interaction here that can help you out. Now in the extra deck, we of course are still running the Practical. In case our opponent is able to summon Trachodon and Flame Viper, we'll be able to fusion summon that away with our Super Poly. Rest of the extra deck, it doesn't matter. I say it doesn't matter. Definitely play Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. And Starving Venom's good as a target for Super Poly. Gonna play some Invoked Hate in case someone summons Invoke monsters. We don't have the ability to summon Destroyer, Phoenix Enforcer anymore, but we'll leave him in there for fun. You could play a Destroyer if you want to put the fusion spells in the deck. Alright, that's the deck. Let's get to the gameplay. But before we do, if you're enjoying these videos, please consider subscribing. Let me know in the comments if you're enjoying this, or if you got any ideas for another video. Alright, let's get to the gameplay. Alright, let's go. We got all the pieces we need. Opponent is revealing a Lord of Heavenly something. Lord of Heavenly Prison from hand. Will reveal himself and makes it so we can't destroy set cards on the field with card effects. Huh. Very interesting. Alright, well let's get going doing our own thing here. Get searching for the Legendary Ocean field spell. Opponent, how dare you? Activate an Ash. No field spell for us. Well, without the field spell and with these 2 back row, I'm a little worried about going the Legendary Fisherman line, so let's send Legendary Ocean to the graveyard, activate our Ice Jade, and special summon Citadel Whale. This will give us a way to protect our Legendary Fisherman. Also, compulsory targets. Citadel Whale negates effects that target water monsters. Get out of here. Learn to read, opponent. Once we have our Legendary Ocean on the field with our Umi, our Sea Stealth Attack with Legendary Ocean, we'll be able to protect our Legendary Fisherman, so we won't get janked out by some trap here. Alright, back to the opponent's turn. See what they got. But before we do, let's activate Sea Stealth Attack. You want to activate it on standby, because if you activate it when in response to someone targeting your monster with an effect, you won't be able to dodge, because the dodge effect won't be able to resolve before the resolution of that spell. So activate this in the standby phase, alright? Learn that lesson. Opponent special summoning. They're gonna normal summon the Destiny Hero Celestial. They're gonna attack. This is gonna pop. He's gonna pop our Legendary Ocean. We can't have that. Sea Stealth Attack, when you return or exile a monster for the turn, it stops your face-up spell and trap cards from being destroyed for the rest of the turn. So we're gonna take a beating here, but I think it's worth it to protect our Legendary Ocean. Alright. Look at us, top deck masters here. Let's get summoning. Legendary Fisherman 3, banish your field. Get out of here. And let's unbanish his cards to get double attack power. Not enough for lethal, but hey. Got at all the modes a Legendary Fisherman going right now. Legendary Fisherman looking like a beast. 7 cities. Now, let's get back to our turn. Opponent is playing some sort of confusing jank here. with Eldest cards. Let's get attacking. Opponent, lost wind. He's unaffected by spell and trap cards. You fool. Alright. Alright. Let's check out our opponent's deck list. Legendary Fisherman, unfazed by whatever this pile is. 60 card. Despia. Kaiju. Nonsense with Eldritch. Lord of Heavenly Prison. Just a million cards here. What is going on? Now, I gotta do an episode where I talk about statistics and how to design a deck properly, because this is nonsense. All right, this is nonsense, guys. You don't play 60 cards unless you're playing grass. That's I'm gonna show you guys the math. All right, I'm gonna show you the math. Not this episode, but next time. All right, let's go on to the next game. All right, now we're missing some pieces here. We're missing both our legendary fisherman pieces, but we can search one with ice barrier. Opponent's playing Despia, of course. This is the Fusion Festival. You gotta play Despia. I would say about 50% of the decks people are playing are Despia. Get their Masquerade Dragon. Gonna start burning us every time we do anything. Gonna add Wendy to hand. A Shadow Despia. Makes sense, more fusion cards. Alright, well, let's get this off the field, or at least try to. Activate Raigeki here. Get poppin'. Get removing the back row. Opponent gonna activate Sinister Shadow Game, sends a Shadow from the deck to the graveyard. And this Shadow is probably gonna activate an effect. When it's sent to the graveyard, send a Shadow from your deck to the graveyard. Send in Shadow Wendy. That's gonna special summon Shadow, which has a flip effect. Haven't seen that in a long time. Let's get adding Ice Jade Tremora to hand here. Get our Legendary Ocean. Get activating. Get summoning Ice Knight. Get attacking here. We want to bait an attack so we can activate Ice Barrier. Opponent's going to add Shadow Fusion to hand. We need this Ice Barrier in the graveyard to activate its search mode. Ice Knight gonna be the powerhouse we saw in the last game, or yesterday's episode. If you watched that, Ice Knight is a beat stick that you can just use to hit your opponent repeatedly and they'll lose if they got nothing. Opponent is gonna pop our back row. That is not great, but it's okay. We would have liked to save Ice Knight, but if Ice Knight has to take a hit for us to get our Legendary Fisherman, we'll accept that. Alright. Now, I make a split decision here. Now I'm a coward, alright? I could have waited to draw and then searched the other piece of Legendary Fisherman, but I'm a coward. So instead, I searched for the whale. The whale we can use right away with Ice Jade Tremora, and we'll have protection for our Legendary Fisherman, so that's why I went for the whale, alright? I know I'm a coward, but sometimes you gotta do what you can for the win. So let's get summoning our whale. Citadel Whale really showing off his power here. Get our Sea Stealth attack on the field. Get attacking. Destroy this Shadow Wendy. They're gonna set another Shadow monster on the field. Back to their turn. Now we got sneaky Mirror Force here. No one remembers Mirror Force. They don't know. They haven't learned. They haven't learned to fear the step back row. Opponent gonna Raigeki. Not so fast, opponent. We were smart. We activated this in the standby phase. If we'd waited, we wouldn't have been able to dodge. So get dodging. Raigeki does nothing. Opponent gonna draw 2 cards, discard a card. Gonna Monster Reborn. Summon their Masquerade Blazing Dragon in attack mode. Look at them. The fools. They didn't think about Mirror Force. You summon this in defense mode. Opponent gonna activate an effect. Banishing to flip a monster face down, protecting their Shadow Construct from the Mirror Force. Very smart move, opponent. But now what are you going to do? We got our whale back. Oh, and look who it is. Legendary Fisherman, just in time. Let's get attacking. The effect of Sea Stealth attack will destroy the monster that our level 5 or higher water monster attacks. Opponent going to get a Shadow Fusion. Back to their turn. See what they can do here. Opponent is going to end their turn without doing anything. Alright, let's get going. Draw a Call by the Grave. We're going to set this. Save it for the perfect moment. Let's get attacking. Let's get setting. Call by the Grave is a just an amazing card. I don't know why they have it at 2. I think it's great. I think they should have it at 3. Get rid of Maxi. Call by the Grave to 3. That's my opinion. Alright, Shadow Construct gonna get fusion summoning. Now, we're gonna wait. We're not gonna negate until the last possible moment with this called. Opponent's gonna get banishing cards from our graveyard. That's fine, we don't need those. Get those out of here. Opponent gonna send a shadow card to the graveyard. Gonna try and pop our field spell. Not so fast, opponent. Our whale's gonna bounce off field to protect our face-up spell and trap cards. Opponent gonna get to attacking us. Taking a beating here, but we're gonna be okay. Get our whale back on the field. Now, Shadow Construct has a special ability. If this card battles a special summon monster, destroy that monster. Well, that's not ideal. That'll destroy our Citadel Whale. But we gotta figure out a way to stop that from happening. Now, luckily, our opponent left a Shadow Construct in the graveyard. We can exile it, and that negates all Shadow Construct effects on the field and in the graveyard for the rest of the turn. Let's get attacking. Effect negated. See stealth attack popping. They're gonna negate the effects of our Ice Knight, which is gonna slightly reduce his attack points. His Shadow Construct graveyard effect also not gonna do anything. That's negated. Alright, back to the opponent's turn. Can we draw the Legendary Fisherman and get it for lethal? No, opponent! He didn't know. He didn't know. The whale did it all. We didn't need the Legendary Fisherman. No, that's not acceptable. Let's do, check out our opponent's deck list. Alright, opponent playing another 60 card Despia Pal. What? Oh, okay, you know what? You're forgiven, opponent. You're playing grass. Now really, if you're doing this nonsense, you should play 3 grass. But it's a UR, so I'll forgive you. Yeah, you know, maybe you don't have the other one. Now this is why you play 60 cards. You play 60 cards if you have grass. If you don't have grass, you play 40. Unless they make another card that cares about how many cards you have in the deck. I guess there's okay, alright. There's one other reason to play 60 cards, and if it's everyone's playing grass. If every deck you play is someone playing grass, then you play 60 cards so their grass doesn't work. That's the only exception to my rule here. Alright, interesting. Well, I mean, say interesting. It's just a grass. It's a grass Shadow Despia deck. You see a lot of this sort of stuff in the Fusion Festival. Alright, let's go on to the next game. Alright, we got all the pieces we need to get Legendary Fisherman on field here. Let's get adding our Legendary Ocean hand. Now let's get searching. Get our Ice Barrier to the graveyard. Activate our Legendary Ocean. Get our Ice Barrier. Legendary Ocean going to reduce the level of our Legendary Fisherman by 1, so he's level 4. We can normal summon him. And now special summon the Legendary Fisherman. Set some nice back row here. Mirror Force Call by the Grave should keep us safe. Opponent going to be activating some sort of drawing nonsense. Opponent revealing Mage Power, Reasoning, Psychic Blade. What is this? What sort of shenanigan is this? Opponent activating a Pot of Desires, banishing 10 cards to draw 2. Ending the turn with 1 set back row. Very suspicious. Alright, let's set another ice barrier here. Don't know what our opponent's up to, but whatever it is, it's not going to stop our Legendary Fisherman. Opponent going to activate Armed Samurai, start attaching equip spells. Every equip spell that's attached to it, it gains an additional attack. This is some wackiness here. 7,000 attack, not so fast. Mirror Force! No one expects the Mirror Force. Got him. Alright, let's check out this opponent's deck. Alright, opponent playing 40 card. Now this is interesting. Second attack, multi attack, so it's just get a giant boss monster and attack as many times as possible. I mean, hey, that's pretty creative. I like it. I like it. It's unique. It taking advantage of the Fusion Festival. No extra deck. Disrespect for the Fusion Festival, but you know what? The Fusion Festival deserves all the disrespect it gets. There aren't enough good Fusion extra deck monsters to make a good variety of decks. That's why we're all just seeing Despia. So, alright, props to the opponent. Alright, opponent's going first. We got the Ice Barrier. All they need to do is attack us, and we can search for our Legendary Fisherman 3. Use the Legendary Ocean in hand to get selling it. Then we'll be ready. Opponent is playing True Dracos. Gonna activate set 4 back row, Activate cards minimize to draw 3. Get drawn. Get setting. Opponent just going crazy with all this back row. Well, nothing we can do but special summon our... Alright, well, that's the OG Legendary Fisherman. He's immune to spells, and I guess when opponent read that, they decided that they were done. No extra deck summoning. Maybe I don't know how True Dracos work, but I kind of figured he would have some sort of play to this. But I guess Legendary Fisherman 1 is all that it took. All right, well let's do one more game. All right, opponent's playing True Dracos, playing 41 cards. Look, opponent, you can cut one card. You know, you can cut one card. All you need to do is take one card out, and whatever the cards you want to draw, you'll be more likely to draw them. Well, they really hit all the True Dracos for this tournament. They're all a lot of them are at 1. Savage. All right. Well, very interesting. I guess opponent just set a bunch of spells. Maybe it was like Solemn Judgment. No, because Solemn could have countered that. Maybe anti-spell fragrance. Who knows? Who knows what opponent was up to? That was some very, very interesting gameplay. All right, let's do our last game here. All right, we got all the pieces we need here. Let's get searching here. This is Ash bait, and Ash is baited. We could have searched for our whale for a follow-up play, but got ashed. All right, let's activate Ice Jade Cradle. Get our Tremora in hand. Activate again. Might as well. They're out of ashes for the turn. Let's get special summoning. Get our Fisherman 2 on the field. And special summon the Fisherman 3 in defense mode, of course. He's immune to battle, so no reason to summon him in attack. See what our opponent's up to. Opponent gonna Raigeki. Opponent. He's immune to battle effect. He's immune to card effects. Can't be destroyed. Opponent gonna... Oh, we've seen this before. Attack, attack, attack. Opponent. You gotta read. He can't be destroyed. Alright, back to our turn here. Let's show him the power of Legendary Fisherman. Legendary Fisherman. Well, first, of course, we gotta get our Legendary Ocean on field. Alright, Legendary Fisherman. Attack. And Legendary Fisherman's third mode is that he's so powerful that if you hit your opponent with any amount of damage, they actually concede and lose the game. So there you go. Opponent is done. Alright, let's check out this deck list, and then let's do wrap up. Alright, opponent playing a variation on the deck we just saw a couple games ago. Just go second, wrap the board with Dark Hole or Lightning Storms, and then equip up a boy and attack a billion times. Alright, well, fun deck. Seems pretty glass cannon. Either it obliterates your opponent one turn, or you're done. Alright, let's talk about the deck. Alright, so this was pretty fun. I don't know if I was just unlucky today, but it definitely felt like the Legendary Fisherman combo was harder to get off than the Levia Dragon one. I mean, I'm pretty certain that that's not the case. It might just be because I only have 2 Legendary Fisherman 3s. If I had a third one, maybe I would have been drawing it more often, but I did find that I was always missing. I was one piece shy, and this is a 1, 2, 3 card combo, not a 4 card combo. So the odds of this working should have been better, but who knows? It was still fun. Legendary Fisherman is hilarious. His banishing effect, his doubling the damage, the fact that he can't attack the turn he summoned. What a card! I hope they do a retrain of him, because it's so fun to like get this card to work. The payoff is so bad, but it's just like the amount of effort you have to go to get this mediocre payoff. It's pretty fun. All right, well, I enjoyed the gameplay today. Hope you liked watching, and I'll see you again next time.